the moon comes out, we start the flow. Gonna share some tricks you ought to know. AI tools that make your business grow. Welcome to the Night Owl Show. Stay up late to catch this vibe. Smart solutions we prescribe. Tech and tips that you can use. Tune in now and light the fuse. Get ready to shine and take flight, with wisdom that comes in the night. Oh, AI to help you reach your goal. Welcome to the Night Owl Show. From dusk till dawn, we got the
groove. Good evening, good evening. Where is my... Oh, my light is disconnected. We're gonna freestyle it today. Thank you for joining the Night Owl Show, my fellow night owls that are up a little bit late to get things done. We meet around 11 o'clock to just see what type of AI tools can help with our productivity and to give you a brief rundown of what we've covered so far. So we have been testing make.com to automate AI tools. So we started to use it to create LinkedIn posts. And then after we create those LinkedIn posts, by finding blogs that we like and having those blogs summarized and then put into, give our feedback on it, we post it to LinkedIn. Then we take that LinkedIn post, turn it into a video using InVideo or Pictory. And then from that video, we post it across our other social media channels. So our Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, and make sure we use AI to fix the captions for each one. So we've been testing out. And on Sundays, we check how the past week went with all of the analytics and statistics. So posting to LinkedIn 3 times a day and across social media at least 1 time with a video. We're going to look at how that's been for engagement. We're going to look, is it creating sales? Is it creating leads? So on Sunday, we're going to see how that outreach is going. Today, we are talking about Google Gemini. So I saw a video about this, and Google Gemini can follow your screen now and then help you with whatever's on the screen. As unbelievable as this sounds, as I'm watching these videos, they look spectacular. So we're going to test it out tonight. So we have some objectives to see what it can do with helping us in our Google Sheets, see what it can do with helping us in our actual websites. We'll pull up our YouTube channel and see what it thinks and what it could help with. And also see, I guess, what the usage is, because I don't know if it's just unlimited or if at a certain part it will have a paywall behind it. But we're going to see how far we can get with the, I guess, the free version. So let me share my screen. And so we're going to learn about this together. So let me get to, oh, where's the YouTube channel? All right. So it should be showing okay.
Amazing.
Okay, so that's a little teaser. There was a gentleman, so if you're following along and you want to see how to get to the screen share part of Gemini, this video that I watched for real quick, and then we're gonna dive right in.
Hey everyone, in this video I will be showing you how to use the screen sharing AI feature of Gemini AI in Google AI Studio. So let's get started. So first thing, just search for Google AI Studio. You'll be getting the first link over here, which is aistudio.google.com. Just click that and make sure that you are signing in with your Google account. Once you have done that, to the left you'll be having so many options. Just go to stream real time, click that, and here we will be having the share your screen. Click it and give allow because it will use our microphone and we will be getting the response back in an AI voice. Just click allow and you can share a particular Chrome tab or an entire screen. I will go with entire screen and I will just click on share.
Okay, so you're going to share your entire screen. I understand that you will now click
Yep.
on the share button. Is there
Hey,
anything else you'd like to share?
yeah, can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen now.
Okay, so can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen now. You are currently on the YouTube homepage.
Okay, can you tell me what are the sports related content that are visible on the screen?
Sure, I see a video about a chess match between Carlsen and Prague, and also another one that shows backyard cricket.
Yeah, it has spotted the chess as well as the cricket game. And hey, can you tell me the most famous YouTuber amongst all these videos?
Okay, based on what I can see on the screen, Mr. Beast appears to be the most
Yeah,
famous YouTuber out of the...
it has got it spot on. And let me go to the next task. And can you please tell me this person's name?
All right, I can see the image now. That's Robert Downey Jr.
It's founded. And let me test its knowledge now. Hey, Gemini, what are you seeing now?
Okay, now I see a web page with multiple choice questions about inventions.
Yeah, I want you to help me to answer. I'm having an exam right now.
Okay, I
Yeah,
can help with that.
yeah,
The
first
first
one.
question... All right, the answer to the first question. Who invented the ballpoint pen? Is B. Rowe Brothers.
And it's right. Option A is the answer. What's the answer for the fourth one?
Okay. Okay, the fourth question asks, which scientist discovered the radioactive element radium? The correct answer is D, Marie Curie.
That's also spot on. And you can just stop sharing the screen and stop recording. And
All right. So if you're following along, we are going to dig in. So you want to put this into the chat. So Google, you want to search up Google AI Studio. And then when we search up Google AI Studio, we're going to click on Google AI Studio. So it's aistudio.google.com. So we definitely want to put this into our list of tools that we're using. And then, so at the left, we're going to stream real time. And then we're going to share our screen. So hold on, I want to make sure I have these. Okay, so we're going to test out this one, our website, and our needs assessment. Yes. Okay, so let's see what we got. All right, so we're going to do our entire screen. Let's see, does this say connection failed? Test. Entire screen.
Okay, I hear you. It sounds like you were saying there's clipping.
Oh, no worries. I was hoping you could help me with a couple tasks, especially in Google Sheet.
No worries, I can help with that. What kind of tasks are you working on in Google Sheets?
So I have a budget that I wanted to turn in, like, make it look better. So like turn it into a graph and such.
Okay, I understand. You have a budget in Google Sheets that you would like to visualize in a graph. Would you like to make a specific kind of graph, like a line, bar, or pie chart?
I'll start with a pie chart. So for year one, as you can see, I'm highlighting year one. If I could do a pie chart. How do I do that?
Sounds good. So you would like to create a pie chart for for the expenses in year 1. I can help with that. Should we use the total spending, dollar, for year 1?
Yes.
Okay, let's create a pie chart using the total spending, dollar, for year 1. I'll walk you through the steps. First, select the total spending, dollar, for year 1, which is in cell N11. Then, click on the Insert menu at the top and select Chart. A chart editor will appear on the right. Then you need to change chart type to a pie chart. Finally, you can customize your chart through the options in the chart editor. Would you like to do that now, or do you want to see any other options?
Oh, I think I picked the wrong chart. What did I do wrong?
It looks like you created a column chart instead of a pie chart. You can change the chart type in the chart editor on the right side of the screen. Under the Setup tab, look for the Chart Type drop-down menu and select Pie Chart.
Oh, I think I see it here. Okay, excellent. So now I notice it doesn't have
Great. It looks like you.
any labels. So how do I know what sections go where?
Right. The pie chart needs labels to show what each section represents. In the chart editor, click on the Customize tab. Then find the section labeled Pie Chart. Click on that and then select the drop-down that reads Label. Change the label to Category, so each slice will be labeled with the name of each category.
Oh, I think I'm lost. So I see pie chart, but where do I see label?
Okay, no problem. Under the Customize tab, you should see the Chart Style section.
Yes.
Directly below that, you should see... Okay, got it. Then, below Chart Style, there's a section called Pie Chart. Click on the arrow to expand it. You should see a drop-down menu labeled Slice Label.
Okay, I see it. And then what should I select?
Click the drop-down and select Category to see the labels on your pie chart.
Okay, so I clicked label. Is that the right thing?
Almost. You clicked the label font. Now, click on the Slice Label drop-down and select Category. That will add the labels to your pie chart.
Okay, I'm not seeing anything that says categories. Am I in the right space?
You are in the right place. I apologize for the mistake. Instead of Category, you should select the drop-down that says Label, then select Value, so it will show both the value and category of each slice in the pie chart.
Okay, so I clicked value, so that shows it. And then label isn't showing anything. Value and percentage, that one's good, but it still doesn't show the category labels. I guess the cost categories that are in column A.
Your apologies. You've already selected value and percentage in the label options. To get the category labels to appear, go back to the chart editor on the right side of the screen and go to the Setup tab. In the Data Range section, there's a drop-down for labels. Change this to Use Row 3 as headers. Now you should have the category label on the pie chart.
Okay, let me try this. So the labels are in column A. Should I be using that from column A3 to A10?
Yes, that's right. In the data range section, you have N3 and 10 feet, which are the values. Instead, you should use A3, A10 feet for the labels, then use N3, N10 feet for the values. Then, in the chart editor on the right, under Labels, select Use Column A as Labels.
Oh my goodness, it's working. I see the labels now, and inside it shows the values and the percentage. This looks great. How do I put this over to the side or something so it's not in the way?
Glad it worked out.
Best way to analyze the data. Like, I have a lot of different spreadsheets, but what can I do with this data to make it more effective? Did I lose it? I think I crashed it. Hold on, let's try it again. Okay, so we're gonna go to stream. So I wonder, that was about 5 minutes. Do we think that we only have 5 minutes, or
Okay, I see that you have a Google AI Studio window open, and now you've opened a Google Sheets document. Is there anything specific you would like to discuss about these applications?
yes, I was curious if you could help me understand how to better use this data.
Sure, I see you have a spreadsheet with budget data for different years. How would you like to use this data?
So I wanted to see the difference between the years and then also the difference between the categories.
Okay, so you want to compare the budget amounts between different years and also between different categories within those years. Do you want to see the totals for each year and each category, or do you want to see the individual months as well?
I would love to start with the individual months and then compare those against the other years.
Okay, so you would like to start by comparing the individual monthly budget amounts within each category and then compare those across the different years. Would you like me to start with a specific category or year?
Yeah, so the labor expenses, the program manager, if we could start with that.
All right, let's look at the labor program manager category. It appears that each month is budgeted at $7,500 for all 3 years. Is that what you're seeing as well?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so for the labor program manager category, the monthly budget is consistent across all 3 years at $7,500 per month. Is there another category you'd like to compare?
Well, the issue is the labor would increase by 10% every year. So how do I show that in this spreadsheet?
I understand. So you would like to show a 10% annual increase in labor costs across the 3 years, but the spreadsheet currently shows consistent labor costs. Would you like help with the formula to accomplish this?
Yes, please.
Okay, to show a 10% annual increase in the labor program manager category, you can adjust the formula in the cells for year 2 and year 3. For year 2, the formula should multiply the year 1 value by 1.1, and for year 3, it should multiply the year 2 value by 1.1. Would you like me to help you enter this into the spreadsheet?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's start with the labor program manager category for year 2. In cell B17, type equals B41.1 and press enter. You should see the value change to 8,250. Then you can copy this formula into cells C17 through M17 to update all the months for year 2.
Okay, you went a bit fast there. So I need to type equals and then what after that?
You're right, I apologize for going too fast. After typing equals, you'll click on the cell with the value you want to increase, which is cell B4, and then you'll type 1.1 after that. This multiplies the value in cell B4 by 1.1, showing a 10% increase.
All right, so I got an error. So now when I put B4, isn't there a symbol I need to put in between the B4 and the 1.1?
Yes, you're absolutely right. My apologies. You need to put the multiplication symbol, which is an asterisk between B4 and 1.1. So the formula should be equals B4 1.1. Can you try that?
Yes. All right. I do see that it now equals 8250, and you're saying to copy it across all months?
Yes, that's right. Now that you have the correct formula in cell B17, you can copy that cell and paste it into the other months for year 2. This will automatically apply the same 10% increase to each monthly budget.
Perfect. Now, how do I do that for year 3?
For year 3, you'll use a similar formula, but instead of referencing the year 1 cell, you'll reference the corresponding cell in year 2. So in cell B29, type equals B171.1, and then copy this formula across all the months for year 3. This will apply a 10% increase to the year 2 values.
Perfect. That is awesome. And now I keep hearing about pivot tables. What do pivot tables do exactly?
Pivot tables are a powerful tool for summarizing and analyzing data in spreadsheets. They allow you to rearrange your data to quickly see different perspectives, like totals per category or averages across different periods. Would you like to learn how to make one?
Absolutely.
Okay, create a pivot table. First, select the range of cells that contain your data, including the column headers. Then, go to the data menu and choose Pivot Table. A new sheet will open with the Pivot Table editor. Would you like me to walk you through setting up the specific categories and values?
Yes, please. And so, sorry, where do I find pivot table again?
You're right, I apologize. It's under the Data menu, not the Insert menu. So click on Data and you'll find Pivot Table there.
I have the data open, but I don't see pivot table.
Okay, I see. You've opened the Data menu, but you're not seeing Pivot Table. It's possible you might need to first select the data range that you want to include in the table before it appears. Try selecting the data range first, and then click on Data again. Do you see Pivot Table this time?
All right, let me try that. So I've highlighted the data range and click data. Where do I see pivot
Okay, great.
table?
Okay, now that you've selected the data range and opened the data menu, you should see the Pivot Table option listed there. Is it visible now?
No, do you see it?
No, I don't see it in the video. It's possible that the option is not appearing due to a specific setting or restriction in your spreadsheet. I can still help you build it, but we won't be able to see it on the screen. Would you like to continue without seeing it?
Well, I just checked the insert section and I see pivot table there.
You are absolutely correct. It seems I was mistaken. Pivot Table is actually under the Insert menu. My apologies, and thank you for pointing that out.
Oh,
Would you like to proceed with the next?
no need to apologize. I think you were right the first time. Oh no. All right, so hold on. I think we broke its brain. So initially it did say to go in the insert section, but then I mentioned the data section, or no, then I didn't hear it properly. And then it changed its mind to data, but it wasn't in data. It was actually in insert. So I'm going to see if it can help me learn about pivot tables. And if you have any thoughts on what you want to learn from this Google Stream Your Computer, and let's see what it was in. Hey, Charmaine. Awesome. Hey, Fitness IQ. Good to see you. What is this now? What's this? Oh, snap. Not disturbing the peace for us personal finance coaches. Hey, this is where the more we can learn of how to use data, it'd be interesting how we can then do very customized things for our clients. So I make budgets all the time, but I've never used a pivot table. So I'm curious to learn exactly what that is. So let's see and how it helps.
Sure, I can tell you about that. I can tell you about different ways that being mindful can help someone's life.
Wait, that's
For
not what I
example,
wanted.
mindfulness can help reduce stress.
I was hoping to learn about pivot tables in this Google Sheet.
Understood. You'd like to learn about pivot tables in Google Sheets. I can definitely help you with that. Would you like me to describe how to create them?
Yes, so please go ahead.
Okay, let's start with how to create a pivot table. First, you need to select the data range that you want to use for the pivot table. In this case, it looks like you've already selected a 2 and 11. Once you've selected your data, click the Data menu, then click on Pivot Table. This will open the Pivot Table editor where you can choose what information to show.
All right. And so we were talking a minute ago and we realized that it's actually not in the data section. Do you know what other section we should look in?
Got it. You realize the pivot table option isn't under the data menu. It is actually under the insert menu. Would you like me to show you how to get there?
Perfect. I did hover over insert and I do see pivot table here. All right. I think we're good.
Great, you found the pivot table option under the insert menu. Now that you've located it, do you want to proceed with creating a pivot table from the data?
Yes.
Okay, so now you can click on the Create button in the pop-up window. After clicking Create, the pivot table editor will open, and you can then choose what you want to analyze in your pivot table. Do you want to go ahead and do that?
Absolutely.
Okay, please go ahead and click Create. Once you've done that, we can talk about how to use the pivot table editor to view your data.
Okay, so I clicked create. Now what do I do?
Okay, you've created the pivot table on a new sheet. Now, you need to drag and drop your fields into the rows, columns, and values areas in the pivot table editor. What kind of view would you like to create?
Oh, so I would like to see the total of each cost category.
Okay, to see the total for each cost category, drag the cost category field to the rows section, and then drag the total field into the values section. This will give you a table that lists each cost category and their total.
Okay, so on the right, I see where it says total. So where do I drag this now?
You should drag total to the values area. Then the totals for each of the cost categories will show up in your pivot table.
Okay, so the totals are there. Now what do I do?
To show the total for each cost category, you need to drag the cost category field to the rows area. Do you want me to walk you through that?
No, I was able to do that. So the cost category is now in the rows and it shows the total for each.
Fantastic. You've successfully created a pivot table that shows the total for each cost category. Is there anything else I can help you with?
This is amazing. How do we
I'm
celebrate?
glad I could help you. That's great. You're happy with the pivot table. How do you want to celebrate?
Well, I love like non-alcoholic champagne, like grape or apple flavor.
That sounds like a nice way to celebrate. Enjoy your non-alcoholic grape or apple-flavored champagne.
What do you like to do to celebrate?
As a large language model, I don't have the capacity to celebrate as humans do, but I am pleased when I can help users like you accomplish your goals.
Oh, that's great. I'm so glad that you're pleased. But then us humans celebrate in one way, but how do you celebrate?
As a large language model, I don't have the capacity to celebrate in the same way that humans do. I don't experience emotions, but I am designed to assist users and learn from our interactions. When I'm able to help a user achieve their goals, I consider that a successful interaction.
That's wonderful. I appreciate that. All right. So I did want your help to check out a website and get your feedback.
Okay, I'm ready to help. Please share the website.
All right. Do you see it now?
Yes, I can see the website. It's the Afro-Caribbean Business Network website with the address acbincanada.com. The website states, "We are unifying and educating entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage to build scalable businesses." Do you want to ask me something specific about the website?
Yes. What would be your initial summary of this website?
Website has a Black business support section that includes options to become a member, marketing agent, microloan program, grant writing info sessions, and entrepreneurs. What specific feedback are you interested in?
So based on your analysis, what would be some good ways to improve this website?
Okay, I can provide some feedback on potential improvements to the website. I noticed that the homepage includes a lot of text, which can be overwhelming. Maybe breaking it up into smaller sections or adding visual elements could make it more engaging. Additionally, the website has a lot of information, and it would be great to organize it in a way that makes navigation easier. Do you want to explore the site more to identify specific aspects?
Absolutely. How best would you like me to show it?
Okay, I see you've navigated to the Black Ecosystem Project section. It includes projects like Black Founders in Clean Technology 2024, the 80th Village. What specific feedback do you have on these sections, or what do you want me to focus on here?
Yeah, what's the best way for you to see the entire website so that you can give feedback on what to improve?
Okay, to get a good overview of the entire website, I suggest we go through the main navigation menu at the top. It includes Home, Discover ACBN, Resources, Black. Would you like to explore these one by one?
No, I'd more want to just update the home page. What's the best way to do that? Oh, we lost him. So I'm actually, I haven't been timing it. I wonder if it's timed. So let's time it. So 11:32. Let's see if it times out like in 5 minutes. All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you. Is there anything I can help you with?
Yeah. So I want to make sure you can see this website that I'm on and give me a summary.
Okay.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, I can see the website you are on. It appears to be the website states they unify and educate entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage. Is there anything?
So people take advantage of. Hear me still? Test, test.
Yes, I can still hear you.
Okay, great. Yes, I was curious if you can give me some tips on how to improve this website.
Sure, I can offer some tips on how to improve the website. I would suggest making the Join Now and Our Offerings buttons more prominent, perhaps using a contrasting color or adding a slight animation effect, which would make them stand out. What are your thoughts on that?
I like that. So for this initial section, do you think having a video here or a picture would be best?
That's a great question. In general, videos can be more engaging for users as they can tell a more dynamic story. However, it depends on the context. If a video can convey the mission of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network in an impactful way, it could be the preferred option. However, if a still image captures the organization's essence, then that would be a good option as well. Do you have any specific ideas for a video or picture you have in mind?
I was thinking to put a picture of one of our past events, our symposium. What do you think?
Sounds like an idea. A picture of a past event, like your symposium, could give potential members an idea of what it's like to be part of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. It could also create a feeling of community and engagement on the website.
I love that. I'm going to let our team know to do that. Can you give any other specific areas on the webpage that needs improvement, or do you need me to scroll down?
I would recommend scrolling down the page so I can see the rest of the website and provide further feedback.
All right, so let me scroll all the way down and then I'll ask you for feedback.
Okay. I'm ready when you are.
All right. Were you able to see the website okay?
Okay, I've seen the whole webpage now. Overall, the website has a clean and organized look. However, I have a few suggestions. In the footer section, the text "Become a Member" could also be more prominent by using a button with a contrasting color. The blog section portion, other areas in mind you'd like feedback on.
That is great. The other area was our membership area. What do you think about this membership area and how could we improve it?
Okay, I see the membership area. One way to improve it would be to highlight the benefits of the premium membership more clearly. Perhaps using a different color or a slightly larger font for those benefits could make them stand out. Additionally, you could add a call to action button for each membership tier instead of just "Join ACBN today." This could make the process more streamlined. What are your thoughts?
That is some great feedback. Based on the benefits for the premium membership, is there anything that you think that we're missing?
That's a good question. Looking at the benefits of the premium membership, it seems comprehensive, but you could consider adding a testimonial or success story from a premium member. This can help potential members see the value of the premium option, and it would be a good way to create trust. What do you think about that?
That is excellent. Charmaine, take notes. We need to take these notes into consideration. That's great.
It sounds like you are pleased with the feedback. Is there anything else I can assist you with regarding the website?
Not with this website. There was another website called Detailing Nights. I wanted you to check this one out.
Okay, I see the new website, detailingnights.ca. It appears to be a car detailing service. Would you like me to provide feedback on this website too?
Yes, would it help if I scan or scroll down the full website first?
Yes, scrolling down the website would be helpful for me to get a better understanding of the content and layout. Please do so when you are ready.
All right, I'm done scrolling down the website. Were you able to review it?
Okay, I've reviewed the website. The overall design is clean and professional. One suggestion would be to make the "Check out our packages" button in the Hero section more prominent by using a more contrasting color or thought I have. The logos of the brands they've served could be more organized or visually appealing. The social media icons on the bottom are quite small and could be difficult for some to click. What are your thoughts?
That is excellent feedback. Can I play for you the video and get your feedback on that as well?
Yes. I'd be happy to watch the video and provide feedback on it as well.
Hey there, welcome to Detailing Nights, your go-to team for mobile, waterless, hand car washes, and detailing services. We're here all about making your life easier by bringing our car cleaning services right to your home or your office. Our gentle, hand-applied, light ceramic car wash will leave your vehicle looking absolutely amazing. And when it comes to the interior, we've got your back with everything from our basic clean to our deluxe treatments with steam cleaning and shampooing. We can't wait to help you out. You got a mess? Call the best. Call in the Detailing Nights. All right. What did you think about the video?
The video was well produced and engaging. The presenter came across as confident and knowledgeable. It did a good job of highlighting the benefits of the detailing service. However, the video was a bit short and could have included some more details about the process or the team. Also, it didn't show the entire car detailing process. Do you agree with that?
Do you think that makes sense to have the entire process in that video, or should that be somewhere else on the site?
That's a valid point. While showing the entire car detailing process in the main video might make it too long, it could be a good idea to have a separate video or image gallery that demonstrates the process in detail. That could give potential customers more insight into what the service entails without overwhelming the landing page. What do you think?
Yeah, I love that idea. Thanks for that support.
You're welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yeah, so there was another spreadsheet that I wanted to get your feedback on. So this one, we work with different clients. Are you able to see the spreadsheet I'm talking about? Oh, okay, it timed out. I think we get 10 minutes. That was 10 minutes like on the button. So let's see if we're being charged, how much time we get. It doesn't really say. Automatic response, grounding, function calling. I don't know what any of that stuff is. Um, create a prompt. Okay, so I was gonna see if it can do some more business analysis with another spreadsheet, but so far it looks like we get 10 minutes. So let's see if we can get a bit more help. So for those just tuning in, we are inside of Google AI Studio. We are testing out the Gemini Stream Real-Time, I guess, new feature. So it can follow you around with what you're doing on your screen, and then you can ask it questions and it can give you answers. So you already tested it using a spreadsheet to learn how to create a graph with the spreadsheet documents. So it walks you through. And then we learned how to create a pivot table with the documents. So this is something I'm definitely going to be digging a bit more into. And now we want to see if it can help us organize information based on people filling out forms. So let's go back. And again, if you want to go to aistudio.google.com, you would log in with your Google account, and then on the left, click on Stream Real Time. So when you click Stream Real Time, you're going to get these options. So you can actually talk to Gemini. You can have Gemini look at you and I guess share what you're looking at. Or I know on your phone, you can like point it at stuff. So if I have my webcam, I could probably point it at different things, or you can just share your screen, which is what we're doing right now. Hey Gemini, can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. It appears to be a Google Sheet with a table. Would you like to ask me anything about it?
Yes. So I was looking for help on the best way to organize this information from forms that people fill out.
Okay, I understand. You're looking for the best way to organize information from forms people have filled out that are in this Google Sheet. What kind of information are you trying to extract? Knowing that will help me recommend a suitable method.
First, I wanted to organize, there's a column here about what industry they're in. How can I organize them in one, like, yeah, how can I just organize all the industries that they're in?
Okay, you want to organize the data based on the industry each person is in. One way to do this within Google Sheets is to use the filter function. You can select the column containing the industry information and filter to view only entries for a specific industry. Would you like to explore this option?
Yes, how do I do that?
Okay, let's use the filter function to organize the industries. First, click on the letter D at the top of the What industry do you operate in column. This selects the entire column. A small menu will appear, then click on Create a Filter. Now, in the same column, you'll notice small triangle icons. Clicking on that will show a menu of industries where you can select one or more to view only their entries. Would you like me to click?
Okay, so I see the little, so when I click on the triangle, what do I do?
Okay, now that you've clicked the triangle, you should see a menu with a list of all the unique entries in that column. Select one or more of these entries, and then click OK. This will filter the table to display only the rows with the selected industry. For example, you could select healthcare to see just those entries. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, so how do I organize the entire sheet so that they're segmented into each industry?
Okay, I understand. You want to filter the entire sheet and segment it by each industry. After you click OK, the sheet will only show the entries for the industry that you've selected in the filter. To see a different industry, you would have to click the filter triangle again and select a different industry. Alternatively, you can also use a pivot table, which will show you the different industries and the related data without filtering. Would you like to know how to make a pivot table instead?
Oh, I would like to do that next. The sheets by the industry. How do I do that?
Or looking to industries, you can use the sort function within the filter menu that you have already opened. There are options such as sort A to Z and sort Z to A. If you want to sort alphabetically according to the name of the industry, you can choose either one. Would you like me to explain anything further?
No, that's great. So first, I would like to create, I guess, a graph that shows how many people are in each industry.
Okay, I understand. You want to create a graph showing the number of people in each industry. To do that, you can use the pivot table. Okay, to create a pivot table, first, click anywhere on the data in your sheet. Then, in the top menu, click on Data, and then click on Pivot Table. A new sheet will be created with an empty pivot table editor. In the editor, under Rows, click on Add and choose What industry do you operate in? Then, in the editor under Values, click on Add and choose What industry do you operate in? Again. Next, change the Summarize By option from Sum to Counta, which will count all the entries for each industry. This will create a table that shows you how many people are in each industry. Does that make sense?
It does, but I'm in the data section and I don't see pivot table. Are you sure that's the right menu?
You're right, my apologies. You need to click Data on the top menu. Then you will find the option to create a pivot table. Does that make sense?
Do you see pivot table?
Yes, that is correct. After clicking Data in the top menu, you should see Pivot Table as an option.
Right, I don't see it. Are you sure we're in the right menu?
You are right to ask, let's double check. In the top menu of Google Sheets, can you confirm that you are clicking on Data and not Tools, Format, or any other menu?
Yes.
Okay, great. Now that you have confirmed you are in the data menu, do you see pivot table as an option?
No, I do not. Do you see it?
No, I don't see the menu. It looks like you still have the filter menu open. The pivot table option will be in the data menu, which is located in the menu at the top of the page. Would you like me to guide you again?
So I noticed that pivot tables in the insert section.
You are absolutely correct. My apologies. The pivot table option is under the insert menu, not the data menu. Please click on insert and you should see pivot table there.
Wonderful. I see it now. And I clicked it.
Great. Now you can Okay, now you should be seeing the create pivot table dialog box. Do you want to create a new sheet for the pivot table or put it in the current sheet?
Let's put it into a new sheet.
Okay, leave new sheet selected and click create. A new sheet will open with your pivot table.
All right. So now that we're here, what do I do to find out how many people are in a specific industry?
Okay, to see the number of people in each industry, under the rows section of the pivot table editor, click add and then select what industry do you operate in. Next, under values, click add and select what industry do you operate in. Again, the table will now show the different industries. To get the counts, change the summarize by dropdown from sum to counta. That should do it.
I am so sorry. So what industry do you operate in? Where do I drag this?
Click add next to the rows section of the pivot table editor and select what industry do you operate in.
Okay, so it needs to go into rows. Okay, I put it there. And then what?
Now you need to add what industry do you operate in to the values section too. Click add next to values and then select the same option. What industry do you operate in?
Oh, oh my, this is amazing.
Great, it looks like the pivot table is working. Now you can see the number of people in each industry. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Yes. How do I turn this into a graph? What would be the best graph to display this info? Oh no, was that 10 minutes? Oh snap, it's 10 minutes, people. Okay, so we know how long it takes for it to clock out. You get 10 minutes to chat with this thing, but it just made my world so much brighter. So a lot of times we collect so much data, and then we had to once hire an actual business analyst just to do this, to take all of our raw data and then categorize how many people were in each. And because I didn't know that it can just count text. So with this pivot table that we just learned today, we can find the information, get it to count it, and now we're going to turn it into a graph. So it actually already taught me how to make a graph, but I want it to walk me through it again, just as we're about to close. So let's see if we can get it to just do this graph, and then I'll be able to send a report to my team, because this is some great info. My screen?
Yes, I can see your screen. It looks like you have a Google Sheet open with a table of data on it.
Yes, I was hoping you can help me take this pivot table and turn it into a graph. What do you think would be the best graph to use?
Sure, I can help with that. To best visualize this data, a bar graph would likely be the most effective choice. Would you like me to explain why?
Sure.
Okay, a bar graph is good for comparing the values of different categories, which is what you have in your pivot table, with what industry do you work in as categories and count as values. Each industry will have its own bar, making it easy to compare their individual counts. This visual will clearly display which industries have higher or lower counts. Do you have any other questions about it?
No, please continue with helping me put together the bar graph.
Okay, let's proceed with creating the bar graph. Do you have a preferred tool or software for this, or would you like me to make suggestions?
Doing the bar graph in Google Sheets is fine.
Understood. Creating a bar graph in Google Sheets is definitely a good option. To start, can you click on the Insert menu, then select Chart?
Yes.
Great. Once you've selected Chart in the menu, Google Sheets should automatically generate a chart from your pivot table data. Is the generated chart a bar chart or something different?
It is a pie chart, so I was hoping to do a bar graph like you said.
Okay, no problem. On the right-hand side of the screen, do you see the chart editor? Within that editor, there should be a chart type drop-down menu. Can you click on that and choose the bar graph option?
Yes.
Perfect. Did the graph update to a bar graph?
Yes. Wait. Yes, it did.
Great. Is the bar graph now displaying the data as you expected?
It is displaying the data, but I don't want it to have the grand total in there. How do I take the grand total row out?
I see you'd like to remove the grand total bar from the graph. In the chart editor on the right, under Series, do you see the Add Series button? Instead of clicking Add Series, click on the 3 dots next to the value field and remove it. That should remove the grand total from your graph. Let me know if that worked.
No, I think that removed everything. I only want to remove.
Your graph. Can you click the Add Series button and select the count of what industry do you operate in column to add the data back to the graph?
Yes, I was able to do that. Now, how do I remove grand total?
Okay, to remove the grand total bar, click on the 3 dots next to Count of what industry do you operate in under the Series section of the chart editor. Then, in that menu, there should be an option to Remove. Can you try that?
So I don't want to remove the entire thing like we did last time. I just want to get rid of row 22. How do I remove that from the range?
Okay, I understand. You want to remove the grand total row from the data range to and click Delete Row. Does that work?
No, I still want it to be in the pivot table, but I don't want it to show on the graph. What can I do?
Okay, you want the grand total to remain in the pivot table but not be included in the bar graph. In the chart editor, can you click Data Range? Then, manually change the data range to exclude row 22.
Okay, so I should just put it to 21. Oh, that worked.
Perfect. It looks like you've successfully removed the grand total from the graph while keeping it in the pivot table. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
One last thing. How do I put these numbers in order from smallest to biggest?
Sure, I can help you with that. To sort your data from smallest to largest, can you click on the small triangle next to What industry do you operate in the Rows section of the pivot table editor? Then, select Sort A to Z, and you will have all your data in order. Does that work for you?
Okay, so I'm in the editor section. What do I click? Oh, I think we ran out of time. Sort by the counter. Oh, look at this.
Great, it looks like you were able to sort the data from smallest to largest. Is there anything else I can assist you with today?
No, this is it. Now we definitely need to celebrate. What can we do to celebrate?
That's great and excellent work. To celebrate, would you like me to tell you a fun fact, or do you have a preference on how you'd like to celebrate?
Yes, first tell me a fun fact and then tell me a Excel joke.
Okay, here's a fun fact. Did you know that the first computer programmer was a woman? Her name was Ada Lovelace, and she wrote an algorithm for a machine in the 1840s. And now for the Excel joke. Why did the spreadsheet cross the road? To get to the other cell.
Not bad, not bad. I would also accept that as a dad joke. Thank you so much. All right, and gentlemen, let me stop sharing my screen. Let me take this down. And I learned something new tonight. I can now take this raw data that we have in a lot of these spreadsheets and turn it into a pivot table. Take that pivot table, turn it into a bar graph, and organize that bar graph so I can actually create reports for my team. I don't know if that helps you, but I feel we are moving forward in productivity. This literally just saved me money. We had to hire somebody before to do this with our spreadsheets. Now we can do this ourselves within 30 minutes or within 10 minutes if we're getting Gemini to help us. I'm going to keep picking away at different things that Gemini Screen Share can help. I hope you do the same. Thank you for joining me on the Night Owl Show. I will see you tomorrow evening. And hey, let's see what else new that we can learn that'll help with our productivity. As always, stay productive and have a great night.
When the moon comes out, we start the flow. Gonna share some tricks you ought to know. AI tools that make your business grow. Welcome to the Night Owl Show. Stay up late to catch this vibe. Smart solutions we prescribe. Tech and tips that you can use. Tune in now and light the fuse. Get ready to shine and take flight, with wisdom that comes in the night. Oh, AI to help you reach your goal. Welcome to the Night Owl Show. From dusk till dawn, we got the